James, on Saturday morning at 10:03 a.m., you were observed coloring a picture of a dinosaur. Is that true?
Yeah? Can we go to recess?
Even though your mom had repeatedly asked you to clean up your toys, you disobeyed her and colored anyway?
I plead the fifth.
Your Honor, I have no further questions. James, I hereby sentence you to 15 minutes in the timeout corner.
I'm not going back to timeout!
I'm no scientist, but I think without moms, who would drive us to... Who else would tell us that it's not okay? Oh, and I guess they also give birth to you and take care of you, but like, anyone could do that. Now, before I talk about how I was raised, I just want to give out this disclaimer.
Of all the boys I've known, and I've known some, until I first met you.
If you asked me when I was 15 if
I was lonesome,
15-year-old me would have said, no. Okay, but like, when I was little, I'd be talking with my friends, and we would be talking about our parents, and they would say stuff like, yeah, my mom lets me stay up till midnight, and she lets me play really graphic and vulgar video games. Yeah, my mom doesn't care if I wear clothes with skulls on them, and she lets me eat an entire tub of ice cream for dinner. My mom lets me play with knives. And I used to think that their moms were so much cooler for letting my friends have that much fun. But now, as an adult, I realize the sad truth, that these kids' moms weren't cooler, they just cared about them less. I'm not saying every mom out there is perfect, but a mom who takes
and then you came inside and my heart grew
is pretty high up on the good mom list. Anyways, I love you, Mom, and now I'll immortalize and monetize some of that love. When I was younger and still in need of adult supervision,
light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I rack my brain,
filled with 10 M&Ms, and every time my sister or I misbehaved,
hoping to explain all the
and she made sure we
things that you do to
She didn't give us a warning either. If we did anything remotely
me, bump me up is to shame, please.
And I think that parenting technique is the psychological reason that M&Ms are my favorite candy bar. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Something me and my sister really liked doing was hiding in those circular racks of clothes that they have set up in stores. Being in the middle of one of those racks is such a surreal experience. I totally recommend it.
Me explain, bump me up is
Try and grab us.
to shame means you're grand. Bump me up is to shame.
I was
Again,
nothing.
I'll explain.
I probably deserved it anyway. I don't remember any specific actions I did that earned a spanking, but I do remember outrunning.
It
Another thing my mom did when I was very little,
means you're the fairest in the land.
and flick water in my face. It really bothered me, but I never spoke out about it. And one day I just couldn't handle it anymore, and
I could say Bella, Bella,
but I was too sad to articulate how I was really feeling.
even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell
If you ask her about this today,
you how grand you are. I've tried to explain.
so to get back at her, I put a rubber band around the dish sprayer.
Bump me up is to shame.
Come to think of it, I do remember one reason I was spanked. Every time one of my siblings insulted another sibling or told them to shut up, we would have to pay them 50 cents. This resulted in a really weird dynamic when it came to insults. We would get excited when someone called us a name.
So kiss me and say you understand.
But sometimes us kids would just be messing around with each other and we didn't really mean the insults.
So we would feel bad taking someone else's 50 cents. Like someone would say, hey James, what's 6 plus 6? And I would say, 9, idiot. And my sister would feel bad, so she would insult me back and say, swear words cost you $5. That's why I don't swear in videos. But now I can afford it. So, you, Mom. You piece of My mom never washed her mouths out with soap. She wasn't.
Bump me up is to shame you.
And one time after I said a pretty naughty word, penis,
I've heard it all before, but let me try to explain. Bump me up is to shame means that you're grand.
if you won't do it, no balls.
Bump me
I immediately regretted it. Now people are eating soap for views. So I guess we never grow up. Did anyone else's parents?
up is to shame. It's
Because my parents did, and I didn't know
such an old refrain, and
We had a rule in the house that we were only allowed to be on the family computer for however long we read a book for. But luckily, I would just read a book for 15 minutes.
And I'll say it again, it means I beg.
And let me stay on for hours. And I played a lot of Neopets and RuneScape. Also, I wasn't allowed to have a TV or a computer in my room because then I would have easy access to inappropriate animes. When I was little, cell phones were a thing, but my mom didn't I had to talk to all my friends over a landline. I hope I don't have to explain what that is, because that would make me feel really old, and I'm supposed to be in the prime of my life. But basically it meant if I
could say Bella, Bella, even Sarah wunderbar.
Didn't matter who I was talking to, I'd be having a conversation like this. I think the reason I internalize and hide away all my problems is because of how invasive my mom is in my personal life.
James, get off the phone and do the dishes.
Mom, I'm on the phone!
Wow, I can't believe you said that to the person who gave birth to you. So what are you two losers talking about?
Luckily, I would almost never be talking to a girl. So at least that didn't happen.
This other time, my mom was giving me and my sister a ride to school, and on the radio, she was listening to
Only helps me tell you how great you are.
Just kidding, you can like whatever you want.
Anyway, we were You see, I was in junior high, so I cared a lot about what other people cared about. So she turned the music down, turned the volume all the way back.
Looking back at the situation, I think that's pretty hilarious. GG, Mom. These aren't all the times my mom...
I didn't even mention the time when I was 4 when my twin sister wanted to do ballet lessons, but she didn't want to do them alone, so my mom signed me up for lessons too. But that's a story for another video.
And that video will be titled, Top 10 Reasons I'm Gay. That was a joke, Mom. Love you, Mom. You made me like this.